Hello everyone. I believe recently there are so many people, those so-called AI experts, have told you that you can create amazing stuff without writing a single line of code. I'm super curious about that, so I gave it a try. Without writing a single line of code, you can create a shooting game based on web browser. So here is the first command that I sent to ChatGPT to ask him to write a P5.js code for the game 1942. And then we have a lot of back and forth communication. I think a lot of them, really back and forth. The other thing we need to use is called Openprocessing.org. So this is a code that I already have. What you need to do is to basically create a sketch, and then you save it, give a name, which second one sounds selecting keyboard, and you submit it. It will give you an example code, but you don't really need it. So what you need to do is to delete this and copy what ChatGPT provided to you to here, and then you need to upload these textures for your elements. So you click this button here, you put files, and you just drag and drop all of them to here. I create those files using Midjourney. So you create this using Midjourney and download the sounds from, just search for online, got some sounds here. Now we have the code from ChatGPT. I didn't write anything. But then the code is not working. I realized the most time-consuming, the most challenging part is to debug the code together with ChatGPT. It is possible, and you don't need to write a single line of code, but it's not as easy as those AI experts said. You see, ChatGPT didn't even finish the code. Right, so I need to argue, you didn't finish the code, can you complete all empty classes? Then it will continue and complete all the classes. And I will tell it, it's not even completed, it's still empty. Right, so this is the arrow that you will get from here. For example, if I delete this, click around, it should be an arrow. And you just copy the arrow to here and tell ChatGPT what is happening. Right, so ChatGPT will try to apologize and tell you what's going wrong. And then you keep on feeding in the arrow from Openprocessing, and ChatGPT will try to solve it for you. And you keep on throwing arrows, and will try to solve it for you. And I found some logic issue, right? The enemy should fire the empty bullet randomly, not after it's hit by F-35s. So they were back and forth working on that, trying to fix it. After always working, I tried to ask ChatGPT to actually add some sound effect. Can you add some sound effect when F-35 is fired missile, and some sound effect when enemy is hit? So first of all, ChatGPT tries to do it in JavaScript way, but I try to remind him because there's no way we can add this. You will see an arrow there. So when you copy this, if you add it here, so let's see, if you put it here and you run it, it's not going to work. There's an arrow. But there's an arrow here because it doesn't support. So you need to tell ChatGPT this is not going to work for me, right? And ChatGPT will try different ways. And then, yeah, this is a P5.js file. Since you're working on P5, you need to include the library. But then I tried it out. I noticed that the load library doesn't really work. Although I already load the library, but it doesn't work. I told him that I'm editing code in web UI based editor, so it's hard for me to include the library. How can I do that? But then there's a long back and forth communication actually. This is the most tough one. But in the end, ChatGPT is proposing all different kind of ways, and the last approach he proposed using the JavaScript audio class instead of all of the P5 sound library, and it works. So this actually solved the problem. And he also tries to explain me where's the audio class. It's actually already including the JavaScript library, so I don't need to include anything. And then I tried it out. The audio works fine. Because I noticed the big problem of ChatGPT is once the scope becomes too big, it tends to forget things. He will forget the correct code he wrote before, even after like 1 minute. He will completely forget it and basically ignore it. You have to remind him. Sometimes I have to basically copy-paste the whole correct code back to ChatGPT to remind him this is something that he's working on. Yes. And reporting more bugs when he rewrite the code because he completely forget this up and down stuff. It takes more time, actually, more effort.
No! God, please, no!
And I tried to ask ChatGPT to add a background image. He made a mistake again, but he fixed it by himself. So in the end, we have the game running perfectly.
Nice.
So what I have learned today. Number one, ChatGPT can definitely help you and write code together with you. It is a good coding buddy. Number two, don't listen to these AI experts saying that you can build anything with ChatGPT or the AI. It doesn't really work. It needs a lot of effort and time, back and forth debugging. So it's more than just what you expected. Number three, I learned how to create a game using Openprocessing and P5.js. It's a really amazing experience. I will share all my codes on GitHub so you can download and play yourself. And let me know how you can improve the code to make this game more playful to the original 1942 game. Alright, hope you enjoy it. I will see you next time.